Hello everyone, my name is Charles Taggart, and this is the second video of my group's how-to video list on Cisco routers and routing. In the first video, we discussed static routing and configuring static routes. And now in this second video, I'll be going over dynamic routing, configuring dynamic routes using RIP version 2. Dynamic routing protocols allow routers to exchange routing information. This information is added to the router's routing table to give the router the ability to discover remote networks. Here's a list of the dynamic routing protocols: the classful, the class list, and the IPv6 versions. There are two main classifications of dynamic routing protocols: interior or exterior gateway routing protocols. On the left-hand side here are your interior gateway protocols. Here on the right is the exterior gateway protocols. These are distance vector, these are link state, and these are path vector. And these are really just the methods that these protocols use to create routing tables to find neighboring routers and remote networks. The advantages of dynamic routing protocols is there's little to no configuring if topology changes. It's less error prone, less overhead versus static. The disadvantages is it requires more knowledge to properly configure and make these protocols secure. They also use more resources because these protocols use broadcasts, and these broadcasts can flood the network, slowing it down. Also, as your routing tables begin to grow dynamically, it can take up more memory on your router. Let's go ahead and configure RIP version 2. Here I have a small network. Got two routers, two PCs. PCs are already configured. Here are their IP addresses and masks below. And as you can see, they're on separate networks. So in this scenario, being on two separate networks, this computer would not be able to communicate with this computer without actually having some type of dynamic routing protocol configured or static. So let's go ahead and configure R1. And we'll start with the interface going to the PC. We'll give a description. An IP address of 192.168.0.1, and then 255.255. Give the no shut command. Now we'll do the serial connection going from R1 to R2. Excuse me. Then we'll give a description. IP address will be 10.0.0. That's 255.255.252. And since this is our DCE side, we're going to have to give it a clock rate. We'll give it 56,000. Then no shot. We'll do WR. We'll write it to the startup config. We'll exit the interface. It will leave R1 right there. Go to R2. We configure the interfaces here on R2. Start with serial going to R1. We'll give it an address of 10.0.0.2, 255.255. We'll do the interface going to PCB. Oh, should be back forward. We'll exit that and close that out. Now our interfaces have been configured, and what we're going to do as a test is we're going to try to ping the interface on R2 from PCA. And being that there are two separate networks and this PC is not directly connected to this router, the ping will fail without the RIP version 2 or any dynamic routing protocol being configured, or static route. And do a ping 10.0.0.2. Enter. Then we'll let it run out. So we'll go ahead and configure RIP version 2. And we'll tell it what networks are connected to R1, which is the 192.168.0.0. And the other one will be the 10.0.0.0. Let's do right. Exit out R1, and we'll go over here and configure R2 for RIP version 2. This one has the 172.16.0.0. And we have the 10.0.0.0. Now we have fully configured our routers and should be able to ping the interface on R2. As you can see, it's working. And we'll go further and we'll go ahead and ping our PCB. May take R2 a few seconds. There we go. Good ping. One more time. And I want to thank you for watching my video on dynamic routing and configuration. Stay tuned for our third video on troubleshooting routers and routes. Thank you and have a good day.